I'm a big fan of the Call of Duty tournaments. Like the tournaments that you guys put on, yo, you don't understand, man. Like it's like looking at boxing matches, man. Like it's really serious, but it's so much fun. I wanted to ask you guys, do you guys have plans to possibly add eSports like app or eSports function in your future Call of Duty games, so you can have that particular competitive nature built in right into the game? You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully I'm asking this question correctly, but I think with the rise of esports being so powerful, it'd be amazing to see that type of style built in the game, or even an app that could be built on the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 or something like that. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Because Call of Duty leads the way there.
If I understand your question correctly, you're asking, like, how do we get more tournament-style events in the game itself?
Yes, like in the game itself. So, because a lot of times people may not be able to travel, or they may not be able to do certain things, but if there's a way where you could click on esports, let's say esports is an option in the game, you click on it, you set up the tournament yourself, do this, and who knows, there could be cash prizes or specialty rewards when you enter the esports thing. And you know, I just think it'd be something new for the world of Call of Duty.
Yeah, well, I mean, esports, again, like my last answer, esports is something that, you know, really wasn't around in this way for most of my career. It's only been, you know, the last, I don't know, 7-8 years where it's really exploded, and that's super fun to watch. I mean, to see fans get that excited, to see these competitions get that much attention, to see, you know, the amount of online viewership places like Twitch get around fans watching world-class athletes play your game, that's amazing. Now, in the game itself, in Advanced Warfare today, we do have ranked play, and ranked play in the game is sort of our version of a competitive style tournament, right? Every month you get to play, you team up, you win, and you climb the ladder, ultimately getting to, if you're, you know, one of the top 100 players in the world, you're going to get this really kick-ass gear set called the Grandmaster set. I'm not sure if you've seen any of this in game. It's not quite the same as like having prize pools and tournament setup, but it is sort of a in-game implementation of the competitive nature of esports, and you know, it's really exciting. And you know, I don't know, you should check it out. It's the Grandmaster gear set as part of our supply drop loot, which is newly Advanced Warfare this year. You're smoking. It is so amazing of a set that if you get that, if you get Grandmaster and you get that kit and you're rocking that in your lobby, you look like the badass of all badasses. And so hopefully we've captured some of that spirit in the game through ranked play.
That makes a lot of sense. Now I got a powerful question. I get asked this question a lot, and I was like, okay, I definitely gotta ask, you know, like whoever I was gonna speak to, whether it was you or Glenn. I was like, I gotta ask them this question. Will Call of Duty, the franchise, ever have a strong female character as the main protagonist? And even if it's, whether it's your game or any one that doesn't Call of Duty, but in your opinion, things that you may have heard or seen or feedback you have gotten and stuff like that, do you think that we'll ever see a female lead character in a Call of Duty game, and someone that could revolutionize the industry as a whole?
I think, you know, in our game, Alana is a strong main character in the campaign narrative.
She's a badass.
Character with a very strong role. In multiplayer, you can pick, you know, tons of different female characters as your avatar in our virtual operator system. And so, you know, absolutely, I think, as we know, talking to military advisors, strong female characters, strong female sort of military presences are the way of the future. We're seeing it today globally. So, yeah, I think absolutely that you would expect to see that one day in Call of Duty.
Definitely. All right, so just a few more questions and I'm gonna let you go, and I appreciate your time, man. And yo, big shout out to my man Al, who helped me out with getting this together, so thank you so much, man.
Of course.
Word up. Now, there's been rumors, and I even heard this myself, so I put out an article on it too, but just like how people always talk about doing investigative journalism, I do my best to be exactly that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I may hear things and put it out, but I also do a follow-up so I can get, you know, some sort of credibility from, you know, you guys yourselves, because I don't like saying things that y'all didn't say, and, you know, I don't like the bullshit part. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to get everything official so everything could be done fairly. So Call of Duty, the Remastered collection, like, I think this would be a huge deal. And I always get people talking about how much they love the Modern Warfare series 1, 2, and 3, and like that's one of their big things. But Call of Duty as a whole, is there an opportunity here where we can see, because after we've seen success with remastered you know, games like The Last of Us and Tomb Raider and things like that nature, you know, Saints Row just came out as well, Call of Duty, I mean, you know, it'll be a home run, man. Like, Michael, I'm telling you personally, man, it'll be a home run. Like, please, I'm kind of begging you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come on, dog. Like, it'll be amazing if we got a Call of Duty Remastered collection. I mean, it'll be, people will cry, man. You'll see YouTube videos of fans crying. Like, seriously, man. What is your take on it?
Yeah, well, I gotta tell you, as a gamer first, right? Because I'm a gamer like you and a developer. Second, there are tons of games that I've played in my career that I would love to play again as a remastered next generation experience, right? From God of War to Ratchet and Clank. So I get the appeal, and I have, you know, my heart is closest to Call of Duty, so I love going back and playing, you know, COD 4 and Modern 2, and so I can tell you that we're not working on any remastered edition at Sledgehammer.
Okay.
So it is an unfounded rumor. You're right. But at the same time, yeah, I love playing. I mean, I don't know how many times I've bought some of the classic Atari games. Every time Atari comes out on a new platform, like from Pitfall and Pac-Man on my iPhone to my iPad to, you know, every time it shows up, there's something nostalgic there that I think kind of touches on the core fans, and so I think there's opportunities for Call of Duty. But that said, I don't know if anybody working on it. Our studio's not working on it.
All right, no problem. Fair enough. Now, Dead Space. I'm not sure if you saw any. I'm not sure if you saw any of my videos that I've done on Dead Space, but I'm one of the biggest fans you will ever meet of Dead Space. The animation in Dead Space alone is so incredibly done that I could go through a scene multiple times and know what's gonna happen and still get scared, simply because the animation was designed so fucking amazing. Like, I don't know, some of y'all are not human over there. I don't know what the hell you tell your programmers or whatever, but some of y'all are not human. I'm telling you, like, it's crazy. So my thing is, Dead Space the franchise, you know, we got PS4 and Xbox One now, brand new machines, brand new power, and with new power comes new responsibility. I feel that you owe it to us. I feel that you guys owe it to us. I'm sorry to be so demanding, but I really care. You know my passion, man. I don't just love the games, I love the energy and the heart behind them. And, you know, you could play a game and tell someone loved this game to make it. Like, it's just a different feel that I have. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Dead Space, was Dead Space 3 the end? Was that the last of it? Or can we expect some sort of surprise or something like that regarding the Dead Space series? I don't care if it's a movie, game, something, just anything dealing with Dead Space. Can we expect something?
Well, so, you know, yeah, you're right. You know, Glenn and I were the first two. We started the Dead Space team for the original Dead Space, and built that team up. And, you know, a lot of the original Dead Space team are now with us at Sledgehammer, and super proud of that game. I mean, I think we all hold that up as one of the hallmark games we crafted in our careers. But that said, when we came across to start Sledgehammer, and a lot of the Dead Space team eventually joined the studio, the franchise still exists as part of the suite of Electronic Arts' franchises, right? And so I now look at it from the outside looking in, going like, yeah, I love the franchise too, and I would hope that they would take that and do something great with it again. But unfortunately, Glenn and I aren't allowed to do it ourselves anymore.
That sucks. I wish I could have took it. Alright, I got two more questions for you guys.
They're wrestled out of their hands. wrestling belt for years, knocked a few people on the head with it. Franchise over to Sledgehammer for us.
Yo, man, I'm gonna have a conversation with Peter Moore and be like, yo, look, man, we could have a UFC match and then see what happens. So
money's on you, man.
I got bigger too, so wait till you see me this year. So so I got 2 more questions for you and I'm gonna let you go, man. Cool, no problem, man. And just by the way, I love the weapons, especially the smart grenades and shit. Oh my God. Yo, Mike, I just had to tell you that. Seriously? Yo, when the first time I experienced that, and I was like, yo, wait. It's one grenade, but you could change the way it's you. Yo, it was like a surreal moment for me, dog. I was like, who are you, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just thank you, man. Thank y'all so much, the whole team over there, man. Like, I love you guys' work and passion and dedication, man. It's just thank you every time you guys come out with something. Just keep doing it and don't stop. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you guys, man.
It really does. I gotta tell you, I think that's probably one of the things that I hope that you can share on this podcast with your fans is you know, look, the team poured their hearts and souls into this. I mean, really, like, whether somebody might say, I don't like the decision, or somebody goes, like, hey, I feel like, you know, there's opportunities for improvement. I can tell you that the team worked so hard to deliver something the fans want, because that's what we do, right? I mean, it really comes down to the crafting of something you're proud of for fans, and so this was for fans, 3 full years of our life working hard to try to deliver something great. It's really rewarding to hear when you say that and others say that they recognize that. So thank you from everybody at Sledgehammer Games for those kind words.
Hell yeah, all the time, man. You know how I am. You know how it is when you come around. Like, you know how I get down. You know what I'm saying? I show everybody love because there's a lot of people that's ignorant and they don't know what's going on behind the scenes. They just talk their shit because they think they know stuff. And I just try to educate people that, yo, if somebody is spending time away from their family, 16-hour days, sometimes working overtime to the point where it's like they don't even know how they even awake, to make you happy, you better shut the hell up and let them do their thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just me personally. That's just me personally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, people are passionate. And,
real talk.
You know, that passion often comes through in a really, strong and meaningful way like yours. And then sometimes people have a little bit harder time sort of expressing their passion, and that sometimes comes off a little, less likely. At the end of the day, we know that the fans love the franchise, and that's why we do it. But honestly, like you said, like many, like hundreds of developers spending years and years to deliver something great, and we only do it because, you know, when fans get it on, you know, launch night, and you hear about it and you see the joy that it brings, and that's profound, and that's why we're going to continue to do it.
Yeah, all right, so last question, and I'll let you go. Now, this question I know is going to be very tough. That's why it's the last question, but I had to throw it out there because of the nature of the business and the fact that things change, and the fact that you're Michael Condrey. I just had to bring this out to you, okay? Now, could Sony...
Man, I got to tell you, it's got to get me a little nervous here.
I'm supposed to do that. So check this out. Could Sony or Microsoft? Now, before I even ask this question, you know, everybody, y'all tune in to Hot97.com, #1 radio station for hip hop and R&B. You know what I'm saying? This is Call of Duty right here. All right, represent and recognize. All right, now we got that shout out the way. Could Sony or Microsoft buy the rights to the Call of Duty franchise exclusively? Is that a possibility? Not saying that you guys gonna do it or it can be done or whatever. I'm just saying, is it a possibility for that to happen? And if so, if it is a possibility, do you think that will help the franchise or hurt it?
Well, boy, I gotta tell you, that is a tough. That's a big question, and I will give you that. Fortunately, I can answer this by saying the publishing guys, everybody at Activision, from Eric Hirschberg down, are smart people. They care about fans. They care about the franchise. They're the ones who handle the whole business relationship with all the first party. So you have to ask those. You have to ask those questions to them. But I can tell you, having worked at a lot of publishers, that Activision wants to make fans happy with Call of Duty, and they're investing and giving the studios the people and the time and the creative freedom to really innovate. So I think that the bottom line is, Activision's going to want to make sure that we continue to make the most fans happy as often as possible. Beyond that, you're asking the wrong guy on the rest of it.
All right, cool. No problem. I had to end it off with a big question because I think people would be like, wow, just the possibility would make them think.
Journalism there.
No problem. So look, Mike, thank you very much, man. I look forward to seeing you. You definitely going to be at E3 this year, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you, man. It'll be good to see how much you've bulked up.
Oh yeah. Like I'm at 188 pounds. I'm trying to hit 200 solid. So the last time you saw me, I was like 170.
With C3, you got a bench press Schofield for me when we see him.
Oh yeah, that is no problem, man. I can easily do that. I can do that now. There's no problem. So yeah, when last time you saw me, I was like 170. So I'm like 188 right now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm kind of bulking up.
There's some push-ups at E3. How about that?
All right, cool. If put like this, if I could get a special like shout out in a Call of Duty game, I'll do like 100 push-ups straight. We could make a YouTube video out of it. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know. I'm just saying Call of Duty's a big thing. So, but seriously, I look forward to seeing you. Al, thank you so much for like helping me and putting this together for me. Please tell Glenn that I love him as well. That's my guy right there as well. And to the whole team, I truly appreciate your blood, sweat, and tears and passion for this industry, for your game, and for your love for the fans. Like I can't say it enough because I know a lot of times y'all get a lot of heat and a lot of flack sometimes, and it's cool. It is what it is. But me as a entertainer, as a journalist, as an artist, as who I am as a person, as a gamer, period. I just let you know I love you guys, man.
It really does, and stay enthusiastic. That's what makes making games rewarding for all of us, is when we get to meet fans like you.